simulcast coverage of high school basketball on Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10.
And we welcome you back on into the America First Event Center, home of the SUU Thunderbirds on the campus of Southern Utah University here in Cedar City. It's the 5th, 6th place matchup on the boys' side of the bracket now. That side of the girls' bracket is complete with Judge Memorial taking 5th place. Canyon View finishes 6th. It's the number 2 seed Richfield Wildcats and the 5th seeded Morgan Trojans getting ready for battle here on the court, home court of the Thunderbirds. Tanner Wilkinson and Rick Robinson with you once again. These two teams met early in the season, Rick, at the Sevier Valley Center. It was a close game, tied with under a minute and a half to go. Morgan able to eke out a win. I'd expect a similar close game here this morning.
Yeah, it was 48-42, and when you think about the realm of things, Richfield comes into this season with 19 2A teams. They end up getting seeded number 2, and they're going to place in the top 6. It's an accomplishment with this young team. I'm still disappointed because I'm like, and you're a little different realm of thought process, but I still think they were good enough to get into the number 2 place. So I'm disappointed in that realm, but happy because I think Coach James has done a marvelous job with this team. And they are just a tough team. They never give up.
Young team you mentioned, just one senior, Gage Brower. This will be his final contest here this morning in a Richfield uniform. He's done a lot of really great things for the program. Hope we get to pay homage to him throughout this morning. Knows his role well, great three-point shooter, great team leader.
And he's played an important role. He's hit some big shots for this Richfield team during the year, and he's played his role. Terrific kid. I agree with you there. I just can't say enough about how this team. If you'd told me to start the season that they'd be playing here in the tournament on the last day, I'd been thrilled. But they got so good that I watch them a lot more than you would. You tend to watch the northern part of the central Utah, though you did see Richfield several times.
I did, yeah. One of them was this matchup between them and the Morgan Trojans. The Trojans coming into this tournament, a loss to the Grantsville Cowboys, but then got a win yesterday over the I'm trying to remember, it was Canyon View that they ended up beating, the Canyon View boys, to earn a spot here. And the final of that one was Morgan 54, Canyon View 50, so a good game. Richfield played a close game yesterday, too, against Emory. We're your third game in 3 days. Do the legs start to get a little heavy at this point?
Yeah, and I think both these teams have very good benches. That's one of the strengths. They both go deep, and I don't think that it'll be as much of a factor, but it is a morning game on a Saturday.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, your third game in 3 days. Going to be interesting to see just what happens next on the Snow College pregame show. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emory, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property, and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
Jones and DeMille Engineering is more than a civil engineering firm. They're shaping new opportunities for work and play, shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West, and shaping the communities that they're proud to be a part of. Their offices in Richfield, Manti, Price, St. George, Monticello, Springville, Roosevelt, and Tooele provide civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
The big rig trucks of Robinson Transport of Salina have been rolling down Utah highways since the 1940s, supplying the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. They're a family-owned business that supports the community. Robinson Transport also has a division that offers all types of cement work, gravel, and decorative rock. If you'd like to join the trustworthy team of Robinson Transport drivers or need cement work, call 435-529-7472, 529-7472, or upload your application online at robinsontransportutah.com.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Christensen, CTE Director for Sevier, Paiute, and Wayne School Districts. Do you know what career pathways are offered at your high school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and career guidance through 35 CTE career pathways. This gives students a direct connection between doing well in high school and being able to transition smoothly to post-secondary opportunities that include on-the-job training, certificate programs, and 2- and 4-year college degrees. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And we welcome you back on into the Snow College pregame show. As you started to agree, but then life got in the way. Well, there's never been a better time to finish what you started. You can visit snow.edu today. Our scoreboard brought to you by 180 Fitness with locations in Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, Gunnison, Monroe, and Richfield. Let's get to our, we're about 2 minutes away, I should say, from a Richfield City tip-off. Richfield City's in the heart of trail country. Richfield, a great place to visit, stay, and explore. Well, Rick, these two teams meet, as mentioned, for the second time. It was a fairly competitive game at the Sevier Valley Center. Always love being there. My second favorite event each year, aside from this state tournament, is the Central Utah Preview down in Richfield at the Sevier Valley Center. You know what a great job they do taking care of us. That was a great way to kind of kick off the season, gives you that tournament-style feel. Now these two teams meet up once again.
Yeah, and what generally happens at that time, you're still trying to fill your team out. And these two teams have really evolved as the season's gone along. And I think we'll see a little different play between the two of them.
Yeah, starting lineups coming up here in just a little bit. Quick check with your Sorensen Levitt Insurance Stat Check. Call Corey at 896-4471 in Richfield or Cena at 529-7471 in Salina. Miles Barnett, the leading scorer for the Richfield Wildcats at 13 points. The Cats score 59 points a game for the Trojans. They are led by Eli Bailey at 11 points per game. They average 60 points. Both teams average 13 assists. The Wildcats, 28 rebounds, 26 boards for the Morgan Trojans. So going to be interesting to keep an eye on that as we continue on here. Some keys real quick to the game, Rick, for the Wildcats. What do you think they need to do to get a reverse result?
I think they've got to continue to play solid defense. Morgan's really, even though they're not real tall, they really pound it in the middle. Been impressed with him on there. And then Richfield's got to shoot the ball well and not have the turnovers.
For the Morgan Trojans, they'll be starting number one as senior Eli Bailey. This will be his final game for the Morgan Trojans. Aiden Harris will get the start tonight. A senior, averages 6 points per game. Gavin Turner, another senior, will get the start tonight. 5 points, the leading assist man for this team at 3 assists per game. They will also be starting number 15, Colton AC, that he is a sophomore, 7 points per game. And then Josh Criddle, the man in the middle, averages 7 rebounds per game, the senior. Criddle's a pretty darn good football player. You'd look at him and you think, oh, he plays offensive line. No, he's a tight end, and he's a darn fast tight end at that for the Morgan Trojans.
That was a terrific Morgan football team.
Boy, weren't they good.
Yeah, and starting for Richfield tonight, this afternoon, wearing number 0, Miles Barnett, a junior. Wearing number 1, a sophomore, Gage Yardley. Wearing number 2, a junior, Court Moon. And the lone senior on this team, and I kind of figured he would be starting. Just a great player. The lone senior, number 3, Gage Brower. And then a junior, number 33, Nate Young, and the head coach of the Richfield Wildcats, Rand James, who I have nothing but high praise. And his assistants, he's really surrounded him with great assistants.
Yeah.
But he's done a terrific job, and Richfield's lucky to have him.
Absolutely. Nothing but love and respect for Rand and the job he continues to do in the community and with these boys. It's a great program, one of the proud programs here in 3A.
I had a son go through and play for him, and he's still terrific to my son.
Opening tip as Bailey taps it in the backcourt to Gavin Turner. Turner, a speedy wide receiver for the Morgan football squad. Ball goes over in the left corner to AC. He's going to pull it back up, give it right side to Harris. Harris with the basketball, guarded out front by Yardley. Criddle swings left side to Turner. Now straight away, the drive from Eli Bailey in the paint. It's going to turn. Gives it to Criddle. Josh can't get that one to go. The ball's tapped out and ultimately tipped out of bounds. They'll say it stays Morgan basketball. Shot clock will reset.
Yeah, Yardley was diving after it. Richfield with pretty solid defense, even though Morgan was in the lane with the shot. It was not a clear path to shoot it in.
Morgan basketball as Eli Bailey catches it in the backcourt and gives it.
Ooh, that was really close to backcourt.
Oof.
In fact, I'm not so sure it wasn't. But it wasn't because they didn't call it.
Ball goes in the corner. Bailey's going to take that corner three. That's his spot. It's no good. Great rebound from Nate Young. Other way the Wildcats go. Barnett tipped out. Good hands by Gavin Turner.
And we were talking about football. Nate Young, one of Richfield's terrific linemen. Oh, terrific football player.
Those Richfield boys, that football team next year, I think is going to have a pretty darn good shot. Yardley was a big part of that defensively. And then Court Moon, a great tight end, is the turnover on the other end. And of course, you got Reggie Hafen coming back at quarterback next year.
Now, Brower had a pass stolen. Then comes back, steals it back.
Barnett in the corner. Miles thought about the three. Miles had a great quarterfinal game. Struggled in the consolation bracket yesterday. 18-foot jump shot baseline for Brower's no good. Young taps it, but into the hands of Josh Criddle.
Yeah, good look at it, Brower. Just inside the three-point line on the baseline. Couldn't quite get it to go.
Turner goes back door, and Gage Brower with another steal. That's 2 steals in 2 possessions for the senior. Yardley on the right side, attacks right to the basket. High arcing shot, banks it in for 2. Good take.
I knew he was going to get a charge. I was wondering where he is, and somehow he split those defenders and banked it high off the glass, and it went in.
And we got a 2-0 ball game now. Wildcats first on the board here in Cedar City. Left side, AC tries to drive it. The floater's off. Rebound, Miles Barnett. Barnett looks to drive quickly with the left hand. Now crosses to his right, back to his left. Straightaway Moon gives right side, now in the corner. Brower skips it back up top to Yardley. Gage with the left hand. Up top, gives it to Barnett, now in the corner. Brower, ball fakes. Brower's going to pick up his dribble, try to skip it all inside to Moon, and lays it up and in. I don't know if that was supposed to go to Court. It got deflected for a brief second. Court lays it up and in. Court had a great game yesterday.
Oh, Court was, in fact, I thought the whole Richfield team played well. Malik Fountain was terrific. Yes.
Corner three-point shot from Bailey's good, and the Trojans are on the board. That's Eli Bailey, the senior, at 11 points per game. Hits the 3, 4-3. Wildcats by 1. Barnett on the right side. Picks up his dribble, skips it to Yardley. Gage will look to attack, gives to Moon. Free throw line. Bounces inside. Young blocked. Great block from Josh Criddle. And then Gavin Turner could not handle the ball. It goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and that block by Criddle, Young brought it up a little too high. If he'd used his body and leaned it forward, he probably had an easy lay-in. That was just a terrific block.
Court Moon will take it out underneath. Pounds the rock. Sends it into Barnett. Miles takes the 3. It's short. Young had it for a moment. Criddle with great hands to strip the basketball. Ends up in the hands of the Morgan Trojans the other way.
Yeah, AC came up with it.
Gavin Turner gives inside Josh Criddle. Sends it back out to Bailey. Eli will jab step. Crossover. Get in the lane. Send it to the corner. Turner likes that corner 3. It's no good. Rebound to Young. Yeah. Young's done a good job early.
Oh, he's just banged away in the middle.
Yardley feeds Moon inside. Good hands from Criddle. Ball goes back out. Barnett. Miles will take the 3. In and out and back in. A big shot for Miles Barnett as he hits that Mason Machinery three-pointer.
And that's what shooters do. When maybe they're a little off one day, they come back next day. That day's over. He come back. He's 1 for 2 from 3.
Well, Rick, how do you get out of a shooting slump? You keep shooting. Ball goes on the left side to AC. Now corner 3. Bailey likes that spot as mentioned. Rebound to Barnett. And Criddle tries feeding it away. Young skips it out ahead. Brower attacks. Picks up his dribble. Is going to send it back up top to Court Moon. Moon skips to Barnett.
A little physicalness.
Corner 3 from Yardley. No good. Nate Young taps it to himself. Sends it back out to Brower. Straight away Barnett. Deep 3 from Miles. Good. Miles heating up. 2 threes from the Mason Machinery three-point line.
Do you think he came with a purpose in mind today?
Well, that was a good foot behind the college three-point line.
Yeah, that was well behind the black line. Good to see Miles get off early.
Bailey attacks, lowers the shoulder. Offensive foul, taking the charge. Mr. Court Moon. As we're going to get a hockey line change here.
What a great start for this Wildcat team this morning. They've just come out and they've just played, and they built a 7-point lead on this Morgan team. And it's been kind of a rivalry through the years between Morgan and Richfield. They've had some good games.
Oh, absolutely.
And anytime you're playing a Morgan team, you know you're playing a good team.
Ball on the right side. Yardley skips it over to Barnett. Miles with the left hand. Looks to attack. Gives it over to Wayman. Now back up top. Ball up to Yardley, trying to feed it into Hafen. Skips it back over Griffin Wayman, who was great off the bench yesterday. Comes in and hits another Mason Machinery 3. It's 13-3 Wildcats.
And Wayman is just a pure shooter. That's what kind of makes this Richfield team, in my opinion, so good. They have so many good shooters.
Tate Nelson looks to drive it. Crosses over, gets in the lane, sends it over in the corner. 3-point fake from Waite. Now back up top to Tanner Matthews. Matthews is going to give straight away Tilby. Tilby, their second leading scorer at 8 points per game on the season, comes off the bench. Olsen's going to give it left side. The drive from Waite. Picks up his dribble, sends it over right side. The drive from Tanner Matthews. Now the drive from Turner with 3 on the shot clock. A blocking foul, and that will send Gavin Turner to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, let's look at that replay there. Going through the middle. Boy, got a break there. Great drive going through the middle.
Tate Nelson, just a junior. He was also a big contributor on that state championship football team.
Got to give Barrett Hilton a shout out there. It's good to see him getting us our replay. And, you know, he's just a lot of fun to be with.
He says his eyebrows would disagree with that, but no, we agree. Barrett, being with Barrett is a good time. So, ball goes in the corner to Yardley. Yardley gives to Moon. Free throw line extended. Jay is off the back of the rim. No ball fought for, and we'll call a foul on Yardley going over the back. That'll be the second team foul on the Cats.
Yeah, Yardley was trying to come down with it, and Moon had a good look at it, just couldn't quite get it to go. Yesterday, Moon was just lights out in that first half. Just the way he handled himself. He's had a terrific season for Richfield.
Absolutely. Was good as a sophomore. Now having a great junior season. Olsen with the ball fake. He's going to hand it off outside to Tilby. Tilby with the left-hand dribble. Looks to drive it to the basket. Up and no. Rebound comes down to Olsen. His putback is no good. And great job going up for that Malik Fountain. We talked about how good he was yesterday, Rick. Good start for him drawing a foul.
Malik was just an outstanding game. He hit a big three-point shot, a floater on the baseline. Fountain just brings energy. Also a really good football player.
Ball on the right side for Yardley. Gage looks to attack with the left-hand dribble, picks it up. Trying to get somewhere with it, sends to Miles Barnett. Miles has had the hot start from 3, puts it on the floor with the left hand, goes backdoor. What a pass. And Reggie Hafen lays it up and in. Beautiful feed from Miles.
And Hafen delivered. What a great pass. And Hafen puts it in. Hafen's had a nice tournament.
He has really had a great tournament off the bench for the Cats. Turn and send out to up top to Tilby. Tilby's going to hand it off to Nelson. Tate with the crossover, tries to get in the lane, sends it out. Open Matthews 3. Pretty looking stroke. It's short. Rebound tapped out of Yardley's hands, but into Reggie Hafen. It's Wildcat basketball.
Boy, that was a terrific crossover. Got an open shooter as a result of it.
Yardley gives up top to Barnett. Miles will take another 3. Boy, Miles came to play. That's another 3-point shot made possible by Mason Machinery. Riverstone Contractors timeout to Morgan. It's 18-4 Richfield on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live with KSLSports.com.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Some hands swing rackets or grip irons. Some make winning plays or navigate steep trails. And some hands heal. They mend broken bones, deliver new life, set us on the right path, and help us feel better again. At Sevier Valley Hospital, our hands are here to help and heal.
Your connection for high school sports, Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Our scoreboard this morning made possible by 180 Fitness with locations in Mount Pleasant, Ephraim, Gunnison, Monroe, and Richfield. It's Richfield 18, Morgan 4. The Mason Machinery three-point line, Rick, has just been terrific.
Richfield's really had a great start to this game. And this is a good Morgan team.
Deep three-point shot is on the way. It's in and out. Olsen fights for it. Rebound comes down to Yardley. Yardley tried by Nelson behind, gives over. Open three again. Wayman, that's good.
And you could tell what it left Wayman's hands. He knew it was good, just his body language. Boy, Richfield has shot lights out from outside.
21-4. The drive to the basket inside. No. Rebound comes down to Barnett. Miles with a great pass, just led it a little too far ahead for Reggie Hafen, and it will be Morgan basketball going the other way.
And Hafen was just sprinting down the court. Of course, Richfield's starting quarterback in football, been there as a sophomore and junior. He'll be back as a senior.
Ball over on the right side. Bringing it down is Derek Tilby, just a junior. He'll be back for the Morgan Trojans next season. Left-hand dribble. Up top for Tilby, guarded by Wayman. Final possession of the opening quarter. Wildcats by 17. Tilby over on the right side. Matthews with 6 seconds. They go into Luke Olsen. Luke turns, takes the shot. It's in and out. Rebound comes down to Yardley. Throws up the shot. It will be short, and that will end the first quarter.
Did that play not describe Morgan's first quarter? Pretty good look. Tough luck shot. Couldn't get it to go. I don't expect Morgan to continue like this.
21-4, Wildcats by 17. Second quarter next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
Zions Bank proudly supports our local communities and schools. We've been providing families and businesses with banking tools and stellar service for nearly 150 years. For helping you achieve your financial goals, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
And we welcome you back on into our second quarter of play. It's Richfield 21, Morgan 4. Boy, was that 5 3-point shots for the Mason Machinery three-point line in that first quarter, Rick, for the Wildcats?
And they've moved the ball well. Richfield has really looked like a grown-up team, not the same team that started the year. They're young, but they are just really have looked sharp in this game. I got to give credit to the Richfield Wildcat band that's here playing, so anytime they travel and come, want to give notice to them. They'll be here for the Lady Cats game coming up next.
Ball gets lobbed up high to Fountain. Malik's going to go backdoor. Left-hand dribble out front from Yardley. Ball gets skipped over. Griffin Wayman thought about the three, now attacks. Pulls up from 15 feet out. Boy, Wayman struggled in that first game, found his groove yesterday. That's carried over to this morning.
Yeah, and he got a couple shots blocked in the game on Thursday.
Criddle looks to attack inside and traveled with it. It goes back to the Richfield Wildcats. Great defensive play. That's Ashton White, who's checked in for Richfield. A great football player. I love watching Ashton play football.
And Ashton did a nice job just putting his hands up. Criddle trying to get a little separation and was called for the travel.
Up top, it is White. Ashton with it, and they call foul against the Morgan Trojans. No, they're going to call this on the Wildcats. Barnett picks up the personal. It will go back to Morgan.
Must have felt like he was swinging his arms around. Unlike you, I thought they'd called it on Morgan. I'm not saying it was a bad call. I'm just saying that's what they're down there on the court.
The body language. Bailey inside. Eli hit that three. Turns, misses. Tries to put it back. It's no good. Griffin Wayman the rebound. Other way come the Wildcats. It's Yardley with the right hand. Sends it up top for Fountain. Good catch from Malik. Wayman thought about the three. Puts it on the floor. Griffin right to the basket. Good take. Finishes for two. Griffin Wayman off the bench. He was our sub of the game yesterday, Rick. He's making a pretty good case for that early today.
Oh, has 10 points here in the first half.
The drive by Aiden Harris. He's cut off. Harris sends it right corner. Bailey. Bailey will take it baseline. Eli attacks, shoots, banks, and scores. Good take.
Oh, Bailey with a tough baseline jumper, then jumped in center of the lane and banked it in. That was a pretty move.
Yardley with the basketball, puts it on the floor with the left hand. Little runner for two. A nice, pretty shot from Gage Yardley. That makes it 27-6 now. Wildcats have come to play here this morning. Bailey sends it over in the corner. Aiden Harris now back up top. Three-point shot is up and on the way, and it banks in. Banks usually are closed on Saturday. You're aware of that, and the three is banked in there from AC.
I don't think Bailey intended to bank it in, and as you said, he was way behind the black line. But nonetheless, it counts the same. And
Barnett up top, jab step. He's going to take that three and make that three. Oh, my goodness. Miles Barnett and Wayman. Wow.
I tell you, Barnett, after not being able to, I don't think he had a point yesterday. I'll look at this.
After 16 on the opening day of the tournament. Bailey draws the foul, and he'll find himself at the free throw line. I think these will be the first free throw shot at the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw line.
Yeah, Barnett did not score yesterday. He has come out focused and just really, this whole Richfield team, whoever Coach James has put on the court has really played well.
Bailey's first is no good.
And that's kind of the MO of this Richfield team. They're very deep, even though they're young. They've gone 11 and 12 deep many times this season.
Yardley, Moon, and Kirshner check into the game. Fountain and Barnett will remain as AC will check out of the ball game, and Aiden Harris is back in. Cade Johnson is also checked in for the Morgan Trojans. Free throw is good. And that makes it 30-10. Richfield just has not cooled off yet from that three-point line. Mason Machinery getting their money's worth. Mr. Mason's a good friend of you and I. And
I love Eric.
Eric's terrific. Ball goes to Barnett.
Track coach at North Sevier.
Ball kicked out in the corner. Open three-point shot from Brower. That's short. Ball hit the rim. Rebound comes down to Harris. Or Bailey, rather, in transition. Johnson gives back. Three from Turner. It's no good. Rebound fought for. Bailey ends up with it offensively. Drives to the basket. Banks and scores. Good take. Eli Bailey's kind of been their whole offensive game plan here early, Rick.
Yeah, and Bailey has almost a similar move. He reversed it, came back along the baseline, jumped in, and banked it in.
Fountain sends to the corner. It's Barnett skipping over top of the key to Kirshner. Gavin looks to attack, picks up his dribble. Sends it back up top to Barnett. Kirshner will drive it, swing it inside. The kick to the corner. Brower pump fake, steps into a two-point shot, and that is good. Gage Brower, the good-looking 18-foot jumper, makes it 32-12. Wildcats back up 20.
Great patience there, and that was Malik with a good pass over there for the assist.
Ball up top into the hands of Harris. It's taken away. Kirshner's got it. Long outlet pass. Saved by Fountain to Kirshner, who takes it up. No, but is fouled. And Kirshner, Malik Fountain, just wrong place, wrong time, trips over Kirshner. I will send Kirshner to the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw line there at 440 South Main in Richfield.
Kirshner with kind of a jackknife move, and everybody was waiting to see if there was a call, if he just fell to the court. And I think he did get fouled, and he's gone to the foul line.
Had a big role yesterday in the win over Emory as Kirshner misses the free throw. Checking in now for the Morgan Trojans is number 20, Lincoln Gilson. Just a sophomore. Hafen returns for the Wildcats. Coach Brad Matthews has gone deep into his bench as well in the early stages of this one. Second shot's up. No, rebound fought for with Hafen and Criddle, and it will be Morgan Trojan basketball. As bringing it down will be the sophomore point guard. Going to expect big things out of Gilson for next season. On the right side, sends it in the corner to Harris. Aiden with the basketball. Gives it back up top to Eli Bailey. Bailey with it up top. Looks to come off the screen from Criddle. Looks to attack, sends it back out up top. Now in the corner, Bailey. He'll attack at baseline, the drive, the bank, the shoot, and the score. Good take from Eli Bailey.
That's the third drive on the baseline, and he's jumped in and banked in. That was a little further out, but they've been clones, all three of them.
Very similar play from Bailey. Ball goes up top to Court Moon. Left-hand dribble, looks to spin and attack. Moon gives over. Barnett will take that three, make that three again. Miles Barnett, and he's skipping back the other way. He knows he is feeling it.
He's got 12 points here in the first half. He and Wayman have just lit this up.
That's 4 threes. The drive, offensive foul going the other way. Gavin Kirshner takes the charge.
And Kirshner did a terrific job. You're seeing the official there saying, I really don't want to call that, but he was set, and he just kind of quietly said that's going to be a charge.
Kirshner with the basketball across the timeline for the Richfield Wildcats. Going to skip it over Reggie Hafen. Hafen thought about the three, lobs it inside for Court Moon. Moon sends it out. Brower puts it on the floor, sends to the corner, Gavin Kirshner. Barnett, who's had the hot hand, skips it over. Brower, he'll take the three, make the three. The Wildcats continue to be blazing from the Mason Machinery three-point line.
You expect to make some three-point shots, but Richfield's just lighting it up right now.
I think they've gotten used to shooting in this gym. 38-14, Bailey skips it right side to Gilson, now in the corner. Harris takes the three, it's short, rebound, fought for, and it'll stay Trojan basketball. Last touch by Court Moon and the Wildcats.
Richfield showing some of the skills why they were a number 2 seed, because they did shoot well most of the season. Not like this. I mean, this is just crazy, but they have had a good shooting team.
Tilby is back in for the Trojans, along with a plethora of other players. Out of bounds, last touch by Moon again. It will be Trojan basketball.
What was that word you used?
Plethora?
Yes. I was impressive there.
You know what a plethora is, Rick Robinson?
Well, I think it's a lot.
It means many, yes.
Yeah. But I liked it. I
Okay.
wanted to point that out.
Okay. The drive from Waite as he tries to get inside. Nowhere to go with it. He's going to hand it off to Gilson. Gilson with the basketball. Will reset with 21 on the shot clock. Screen comes from Johnson. He drives, shoots, banks, and scores. Good take inside from Lincoln Gilson, the sophomore.
Yeah, and that was a nice drive, just floating it in, and the ball crawled over and went in.
Yardley with the left-hand dribble. Gives it to Barnett. Miles with the basketball. Bounces to Moon. Moon feeds it inside. Great cut from Gage Brower. Misses the layup. Rebound comes down to Tilby. Derek on the right side looks to attack the basket. Just throws it out there. No one to go get it. And finally it's picked up by Gilson. Gilson gives right side Tilby. He's going to take a very deep three and hit it.
Boy,
Great
he drilled
shot.
it. On that last shot down here, I think Brower couldn't decide whether to bank it or just put it in. He was so open.
Yardley with the basketball up top. Left-hand dribble. Crossing over. Gets to his right. Guarded by Tilby. Loses it for a moment. Gives to Hafen straight away. Reggie gives to Miles Barnett. Miles, a heat check three. It's taken away, and we'll get a jump ball. Possession goes to the Morgan Trojans. Good hands from Lincoln Gilson.
Yeah, it was. Barnett was going to go up quickly.
Griffin Wayman back in. Hudson Spell making an appearance. He had a great game on Thursday against Juab.
Yeah, and I've really liked his game all season long. Just a solid player.
Ball comes into Tilby. Derek just hit a big three a few moments ago, 38-19. Wildcats doubling up the Trojans here. Ball goes in the corner to Matthews. Tanner gets it inside to Nicholas Priest, the sophomore who's checked in. Tilby takes the corner three and hits. Derek Tilby heating up from deep.
And Tilby's got 2 3-point shots in the right baseline corner that time.
Yardley with the basketball. Gives to Court Moon. Moon looks to attack. trying to find someone. He finds Hudson Spell. Spell turns, sends it back out Moon. Court thought about the three, puts it on the deck, attacking, sends it out Yardley. Gage will put it on the floor, look to spin with 12 on the shot clock, sends it to Spell. Hudson, back up top, Wayman. Wayman pump fakes with 7 on the shot clock, drives inside, takes the 14-foot J and hits it. Griffin Wayman continuing to have a great game off the bench. He's up to 12 for the Cats.
Yeah, the 21-point lead was down to 16, and Wayman comes back and delivers with a tough shot inside the lane.
Ball goes out Tilby. He's going to try another three. That one's no good, and the Wildcats will head to the half with an 18-point lead. It's Richfield 40, Morgan 22 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt-hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
I'm Dr. Winters, a general dentist in Richfield. I invite you to take advantage of our 20 years of experience when it's time to get your wisdom teeth out.
We offer IV sedation so you can sleep through the procedure. We are right here in Richfield, so we are close by for all your pre- and post-operative needs. We strive to make the process comfortable, easy, and affordable. Visit wintersdental.com/wisdomteeth or call or text 435-896-6444.
Aaron Shepard with Shepard's Carpets and Flooring. We are a small family-owned business that take great pride in our work with every customer through our doors. Shepard's has been around for over 30 years. We offer everything from carpet, luxury vinyl, as well as sheet vinyl, hardwood, and laminate. Shepard's provides estimate, installation, and carpet binding. Make Shepard's your total flooring source. Come in and see us at 410 North Main in Richfield, Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call us at 435-865-2025. That's 865-2025.
Edge Tire Pros in Nephi is the smart choice for a new set of tires for your pickup, work vehicle, or passenger car. The technicians at Edge Tire Pros provide trustworthy service on oil changes, brake work, and suspension accessories like lift kits, bed liners, and custom rims. Choose from a wide variety of tires including Cooper, BF Goodrich, and Michelin with a nationwide warranty on free flat tire repair, free rotation, and free road hazard. For a limited time, get the Edge Bronze oil change for just $19.99. Edge Tire Pros across the street from Parks Home Furnishings on Main Street in Nephi.
Are you a new CDL license holder? If so, Barney Trucking would like to train and pay you to become a world-class truck driver on state-of-the-art equipment. They also provide you with reliable, courteous support, a fantastic wage, paid holidays, solid benefits, home daily schedules, paid time off, an excellent safety record, and respect. Dependable truck drivers have been Barney Trucking's #1 investment since 1947. Start your outstanding career by applying today at barneyjobs.com. barneyjobs.com.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in to our halftime show. It's made possible by our friends over at Jones & DeMille Engineering, champions propelled by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to be their best. Jones & DeMille Engineering, your local award-winning engineering firm. Well, if you're the Morgan Trojans, Rick, you scored 18 points in the second quarter. You hit 4 of 12 threes. You'd be thinking, oh, we played pretty good. Well, the Wildcats just played that much better. They held Morgan to 4 first-quarter points. Richfield makes 8 out of 13 three-point shots in the first half. Out-rebound the Trojans by 5. And Richfield has 12 assists to 4 turnovers. That is a fabulous number. That might be more impressive than the three-point shooting.
Yeah, Richfield has done a great job of passing the ball around, and they've found the open shooters. And they've had a couple times when they pass the ball, and they've been so open, they've kind of missed a couple shots that they would normally make. It's hard to complain because their shooting percentage is so high.
Oh, absolutely. The Trojans started to finally get some buckets to go late, specifically led by Eli Bailey. He has 10 points for them. 6 points for Derek Tilby, as he has continued to be a good three-point shooter. Colton Acey with a three as well. He's got 3 points. 2 assists for Aiden Harris and 2 rebounds for Eli Bailey as well. For the Cats, Miles Barnett, 5 out of 6 from 3. He's got 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. 5 points from Gage Brower to go with 2 assists and 2 steals. 12 points from Griffin Wayman. Griffin's 5 for 5 from the floor, 2 of 2 from 3. He's been terrific. And off the bench, Malik Fountain with 3 assists off the bench to lead all Wildcats in that category.
Malik has really done some good things. Yesterday he hit some big shots, but he saved that one inbounds Fountain as he was going out. But everybody's, I thought Nate Young got some big rebounds. And then you bring in Hafen, and Hafen did some nice rebounding. And I thought the minutes from White, I thought White did a good job in the middle.
Absolutely. It's been a fun first half. Wildcats continuing to shoot great from the Mason Machinery three-point line. Mason Machinery is in Springville and Aurora. They know the farming business and have the equipment and prices and financing that assures your farming success. More halftime coverage next on the Jones and DeMille Engineering Halftime Show. You're watching and listening on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Harmon Tire, 895 North Main in Nephi, has been a family-owned business since 1973, providing Nephi and the surrounding areas with exceptional service for over 40 years. Harmon Tire specializes in tires, alignments, brakes, steering, suspension, wheels, shocks, struts, and more. Stop by Harmon Tire on Main Street in Nephi or give them a call at 435-623-0720 to schedule an appointment. Flat tire got you stranded? Call for 24-hour tire service. Harmon Tire, 435-623-0720.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the Central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
Jones and DeMille Engineering is more than a civil engineering firm. They're shaping new opportunities for work and play, shaping the landscape in the rural Intermountain West, and shaping the communities that they're proud to be a part of. Their offices in Richfield, Manti, Price, St. George, Monticello, Springville, Roosevelt, and Tooele provide civil and structural engineering, construction management, surveys and GIS mapping, and material testing. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
The big rig trucks of Robinson Transport of Salina have been rolling down Utah Highway since the 1940s, supplying the energy needs of Utah and surrounding states. They're a family-owned business that supports the community. Robinson Transport also has a division that offers all types of cement work, gravel, and decorative rock. If you'd like to join the trustworthy team of Robinson Transport drivers or need cement work, call 435-529-7472, 529-7472, or upload your application online at robinsontransportutah.com.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Christensen, CTE Director for Sevier, Paiute, and Wayne School Districts. Do you know what career pathways are offered at your high school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and career guidance through 35 CTE career pathways. This gives students a direct connection between doing well in high school and being able to transition smoothly to post-secondary opportunities that include on-the-job training, certificate programs, and 2- and 4-year college degrees. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on in. Jones and DeMille Engineering Halftime Show wrapping up. It's time for our Richfield City second half tip-off. Proud sponsor of Richfield High School. Some keys to this second half, Rick, for the Cats.
Well, if you think this Morgan team can't come back, the one thing we've seen is we've seen a lot of teams make runs in this tournament. Evidenced by last night when Juab was down by 9 points with just over 2.5 minutes to go and came back and beat Summit. So you certainly got to continue to do what you've been doing. And this is a good Morgan team.
Very good, very talented. They were in the preseason top. I think they were ranked number 3 coming into this season, just behind Manti and Grantsville. Both these teams playing for, obviously, school pride, playing for that 5th place finish. For the Cats, you want to send Gage Brower out with the win. A lot of seniors on this Morgan team. Eli Bailey, Aiden Harris, Gavin Turner, Joe Waite, Kay Johnson, Josh Criddle. They have a lot of seniors, so we'll see what they do here with their final half of play.
Richfield has used 11 different players in this game. Morgan has used 13.
Turner bounces high. The handoff is to Criddle. The attack by Harris. Right to the rack, no good. Rebound comes down inside to Miles Barnett. Barnett gets it over on the right side. They take a baseline. Yardley right to the rim. He's fouled by AC, and good sportsmanship by AC to help him right up.
Yeah, he went over and picked him up. He knew he'd had a hard foul there.
So that'll send Wayman to the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw line with 17 seconds into the second half. Good shot.
And Yardley does put it in.
He's a good free throw shooter on the season for the Cats at 75%, just a sophomore. Him and Wayman, 2 great free throw shooters, both just sophomores. Yep. Very impressive. Back the other way come the Morgan Trojans. Gavin Turner with it, gives left side to Harris in the corner. AC bounces up to Criddle back. AC's just a sophomore, the one non-senior out there for the Morgan Trojans.
Now they call the foul on Richfield.
So it'll be the first on the Wildcats here in the second half. The lob to Bailey, taps it right back. Beautiful out-of-bounds play in the left-hand finish from Aiden Harris.
That was, they passed it in top of the lane on the left side. He didn't even catch it, just tipped it back underneath for the lay-in.
Court Moon with it, gives it right side Barnett. Miles with the basketball, bounces through the hands of Nate Young. It's thrown into the backcourt and touched by Young to avoid the fast break opportunity. Morgan basketball. Well, the Trojans have come out with some good energy here.
Yeah,
Rick,
you can hear.
And you talked about it. You got to be careful.
I just listened to Coach Change. He said, "Come on, let's go." I could hear him, and you can't hear him a lot.
Yeah. Ball goes backdoor into Harris. Harris turns, shoots, no. Rebound comes down to Eli Bailey. Bailey's going to send it back up top to Aiden Harris. Harris gives Criddle back to Aiden. Straight away comes off the screen. Harris looks to attack. Right, sends it over. Bailey, baseline jumper, and Eli Bailey sends it long. Rebound fought for, and Criddle touches it last. It goes back to the Richfield Wildcats.
Yeah, Criddle, you could see a lot of frustration there. The rebound had come down. It looked like it was going to be a third rebound. And now the official, they switched it. Boy, I didn't see that. I'd like to see that replay.
I thought it was pretty easily off of Josh Criddle, but that's going to be Morgan basketball with 6:46 to play in the third.
Here's the replay. Yeah.
Out of bounds now, Wildcat basketball.
And the officiating's been terrific. I really have nothing but good things to say. Sometimes
it's been a great tournament officiating-wise.
And sometimes we have the advantage of a camera, and they don't. And, you know, that one I couldn't tell.
Wildcat basketball, the drive from Court Moon inside. He is fouled, and that will be the second team foul on the Trojans. As Aiden Harris picks up his second personal foul. Moon will inbound on the baseline. Moon sends it back up top to Yardley. Yardley with the basketball. Sends it over Miles Barnett. Barnett, pumped from the America First Credit Union line. He was feeling it in the first half. Hit 5 of 6 from 3. Moon inside. Fumbles the basketball. He's got to get out of the paint. Sends it to Brower. Brower back to Moon left side. Court will drive. Crossover with the left hand. Turns it over to Eli Bailey. And now the Trojans head the other way with our palindrome score of 42-24. Three-point shot on the way from AC. It's no good. Young fights for that rebound. It comes down to Yardley. Yardley heads the other way for the Richfield Wildcats.
Had Barnett shot that one from the America First Credit Union, that would have been the longest three-point shot I'd seen in the tournament.
Brower picks up his dribble, gives right side. Yardley will drive it in the paint. Stripped by Bailey, gives it back Moon. Moon pump fakes. Now Yardley will look to attack off the dribble, and a takeaway by AC.
Boy, they're letting him play physically.
Excuse me, that was Aiden Harris now on the left side. Harris is going to give it to Criddle. Free throw line extended. The dribble drive. Nowhere to go with it. Up top, Harris, left side. Ball lobbed into Harris. Harris turns, banks, and an offensive foul. Miles Barnett takes the charge, and it will go the other way.
Yeah, he's down. You're certainly hoping he's okay, and I think he is.
I think the basketball might have taken a little awkward bounce afterwards, hit him down below, and that will go the other way for the Richfield Wildcats. A great charge taken by Barnett.
Yeah, Miles playing. He's made 5 3-pointers in the first half in this ball game.
Oh, he was terrific. Could not miss from the Mason Machinery three-point line.
Hasn't shot one in this half.
And a foul called against the Wildcats going the other way.
Yeah, I saw what he called. Yardley got bumped as he's running. He got cut off and had a collision with Morgan, and they called the foul on Yardley.
We'll take the timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. Team Live and KSL Sports.
There is an athlete in all of us that helps us accomplish the ordinary and the extraordinary. Every once in a while, we all need some help. At Sevier Valley Hospital, we are proud to care for you and our community, wherever you are in your athletic journey.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Richfield Wildcat band playing a little. Let me quiz you, Rick Robinson. We quiz each other a lot about sports. Do you know where that music that was just being played by the Wildcat band comes from?
Honestly, I didn't hear it, so I'm in trouble here. What did they play?
A little Pirates of the Caribbean for you.
Oh, that's right. I did. When you
3.
say that now, did you like that movie?
I love those movies.
Yeah, I did too.
Savvy, as Captain Jack Sparrow often says.
Good Diet Dr. Pepper and popcorn. It's good to watch that with.
There you go. I'd expect nothing less for Rick Robinson at the movies. I'd imagine your movie snacks are the same as your basketball snacks. The drive inside, the pump fake, the shot at the rim, rebound to Barnett, and a foul going the other way on the Morgan Trojans.
Tell you what, this is a very physical game, and Morgan's not got a lot of height, but they crashed the boards nicely. And Richfield's really matched that physicalness in this game so far.
Coming the other way are the Wildcats, led with Gage Yardley. He's been the facilitator for this team all season long. Ball goes into Court Moon. Moon will send it over in the corner to Barnett. Now Moon drives with the left hand inside, sends it to Nate Young. Young in the paint, turns, hooks, banks, and scores. A beautiful play by Nate Young.
Yeah, just along that baseline, just inside the paint, and he banked it in. I didn't think he had the angle to bank it in, but he did.
Wildcats have only given up 2 points 4 minutes into this quarter. The problem is they've only scored 4. Olsen sends it right corner. Waite puts it on the floor, gives it up top to Johnson. Johnson bounces to Bailey. Eli will turn, shoot, and score. A great take inside from Eli Bailey, and that makes it 44-26 with under 4 to play in the quarter. Yardley with the basketball, comes off the high screen from Court Moon. Left-hand dribble for Yardley, now looks to attack. Picks it up, sends it up top to Wayman, who had a spectacular first half. Takes another 15-foot J, and that's good. Griffin Wayman now 6 for 6 from the floor.
And he came in the center of the lane on a dribble drive from the right side. I didn't think he was going to shoot it, but he said, I got room, and he put it up.
The drive by Turner sends it back up top to Bailey. Eli Bailey for 2, and Eli Bailey connects now with 14 points above his season average of 11.
Boy, Bailey's had a nice game for Morgan. He's had those 6 points that he dribbled along the baseline. That time, a pretty floater. I mean, just shot from the foul line.
And Moon, I'm not sure if he was going to Nate Young or inside to Miles Barnett. It is a turnover, and Young will take a seat. Really good minutes from Nate Young this afternoon. As checking back in is Reggie Hafen for the Wildcats. You know what I love about this Richfield team, Rick, is each game the rotation is a little bit different, right? Depending on the matchup, depending on what skill sets.
Been that way all season.
That Coach Janes needs, and the players have bought in. They are very okay with that. Johnson, corner three from Cade. It's long. Rebound comes down inside to Tate Nelson. Waite will shoot the three. That's no good. Nelson, another offensive rebound. The smallest guy on the floor for the Trojans. Ball goes inside. Waite lays it up and in. And a timeout taken to Morgan. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, teamhive.live and KSLSports.com.
Zions Bank proudly supports our local communities and schools. We've been providing families and businesses with banking tools and stellar service for nearly 150 years. For helping you achieve your financial goals, Zions Bank is for you.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or while on the go. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Call or visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Our score on the 180 Fitness scoreboard, Richfield 46, Morgan 30, with 2:38 to go here in the third quarter.
And I think Morgan's going to put on pressure here, down by 16. Still lots of time left in this game. Richfield's led by as many as 21. They've never trailed in this ball game.
Ball goes over on the right side to Wayman. Wayman's going to skip it up Miles Barnett. Barnett bounces to Wayman. Wayman skips it to Miles. Miles backside Wayman. Does he go 7 for 7? He does not. Rebound inside. Court Moon just goes up and gets it and then is fouled before the shot. That'll be the 15th foul on the Morgan Trojan side underneath.
Yeah, Morgan was trapping out of top of the lane, and I believe it was Court Moon that went back to Wayman, and Wayman was open. A long three-point shot, but he's made all of them today.
Barnett, a corner three. That's in and out. Rebound, Reggie Hafen. Hafen sticks it back, no good. Rebound to Joe Waite, and here come the Trojans down 16.
3 good looks at it. The Cats just couldn't quite get it to go.
Tilby with the basketball, throws up a wild shot. It's no good. Court Moon's got it for Richfield. Now in transition, bounce pass beautifully to Hafen. Hafen waits, draws the foul, and Reggie will go back to the free throw line.
Yeah, nice hesitation move there. A great pass from Court Moon. And the players were talking about how they want to hesitate for these shot blockers, and they've done a nice job of it.
Free throws for Hafen. In and out. At the free throw line made possible this afternoon by Richfield Community Pharmacy, they believe their customers belong to their family. Let them provide you with convenient professional service. As the free throws miss there, rebound Luke Olson. Transition the other way come the Morgan Trojans. Nelson with a nice step back 15-foot J. It's no good. Rebound comes down to Moon. Moon with a great pass to Barnett. Miles just throws it up. Nowhere to go with it. Going the other way is Derek Tilby. And a foul out front on Griffin Wayman. That will be the third team foul on the Wildcats.
Yeah, and it probably saved a basket. Wayman didn't like the call. Now Malik Fountain's going to come into the ball game here.
Malik Fountain back in the ball game for the Wildcats. Just 3 team fouls to Richfield for the Morgan Trojans. They're already at 16 fouls, so Richfield will shoot the remainder of the second half. Ball goes in on the right side to Tilby. Tilby comes off the screen, gives top to Waite. Waite looks to attack with the right hand, gets inside, drives, pumps, fakes, shoots, and scores. A good take inside from Joe Waite, who's had a couple baskets inside. Yardley with the left hand, gets to the rim, draws the foul. Counted. A big answer there from Gage Yardley. Morgan had got it down to 14 points, Rick. That's a big answer for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Yardley just kept driving, and no one stopped him. He kept going, and he went all the way and put it up and in and drew the 2-and-1. He now has 8 points for Richfield.
Free throws coming for Gage Yardley. And he hits at the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw line. It's 49-32, minute 21 to go here in the third quarter. Tilby brings it down on the right side. He's going to hand it off to Tate Nelson. Nelson looks to attack off the dribble, sends it up top to Bailey. Eli jabs, crosses over in the lane, lowers the shoulder, and a blocking foul called on Gage Yardley. That will be Yardley's second personal, 14th foul on the Cats.
Well, the fouls are 7 fouls on Morgan, and that will be the 4th one on Richfield.
Trojans to inbound underneath with Nelson. Tries getting that in to Olsen, cannot do so. Tate's going to have to send it back out to Tilby. Tilby with the basketball, right side guarded by Wayman. Sends it over in the corner. Waite with the basketball, left-hand dribble, looks to attack. Gives straight away Bailey. Eli takes a three. It's short off the noggin of Olsen. It ends up in Miles Barnett's hands. Wayman on the right side. Griffin with the right-hand dribble, crosses to his left, loses the basketball, but is fouled by Tate Nelson, and that will be a 1-and-1 situation now for Griffin Wayman, the best free throw shooter on the Wildcats.
And Nelson made sure he picked him up. I don't know if you noticed, he didn't give him the three-point shot, so Wayman dribbled in and was going to shoot it at the foul line, and as he reached in, he got him on the arm.
Free throws coming here for Griffin Wayman. 49-32 our score. Wayman's shot hits on the front end of the 1-and-1 at the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw line.
Wayman with 15, Barnett with 15, and Yardley with 9.
Hudson Spell's going to give Reggie Hafen a break.
And for Morgan, it's Bailey with 14.
And Bailey's been terrific all season long. As Wayman misses there, Bailey the rebound. Trojan basketball heading the other way. It's Derek Tilby. On the right side, looks to attack Griffin Wayman. Sends it to the corner. Good hands for Miles Barnett, and it will stay Morgan basketball. 23 on the shot clock, 32.9 on the game clock.
Yeah, Yardley picked it up, but the ball had bounced on the out of bounds.
Trying to get this in. They find Bailey. Good aggressive drive. Left hand finish. A great take inside from Eli Bailey. Ball goes over on the left side to Griffin Wayman, and now the Wildcats will. I'm not going to say it, Rick Robinson. I'm not going to say they're holding for one shot.
Why?
Because they don't.
Well, they usually do.
But they haven't in the tournament so far.
Well, I don't think that was intentional.
And they get a 5-second count out top on Tilby guarding Miles Barnett, so it'll go back to the Morgan Trojans with 5.2 to go. I think it's safe to say Morgan is going to get one shot here.
Yeah, and I didn't see that. In fact, I really wasn't concerned about that, but the official was right there.
Tilby goes to the corner, the pump fake, the step back three is on the way, and good. A big buzzer-beating basket from Tate Nelson. That will cut the lead to 13. It's Richfield 50, Morgan 37 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And we welcome you back on in. Richfield 50, Morgan 37 with 8 minutes to go in the ball game. It's been a fun contest, Rick. The Wildcats shooting still pretty well here in the second half. Morgan starting to get some good looks at the basket, though, and got some to fall.
This is the closest Morgan's been since in the first half. Richfield had a 21-point lead, and Morgan, they went back and forth, and 13 is as close as they've been since then.
Wildcat basketball. Fountains out there with Gavin Kirshner, along with Miles Barnett, Hudson Spell, and Griffin Wayman. 2 juniors, 3 sophomores. Spell looks to attack. Good Euro step finish. Hudson Spell lays it up and in.
Yeah, had a lane. No one stopped him. He said, I'm going to go straight to the basket.
Ball goes on the right side to Harris. Aiden with the left hand. Offensive foul going the other way on the Morgan Trojans. They're going to get Josh Criddle with the illegal screen.
Yeah, Criddle just really rocked Wayman as he's going around there. You can see that on the replay. And you can't put your feet out really wide.
Yeah.
And I think that's mostly what he got called for.
Ball deflected by Harris. Picked up by Kirshner. Gavin gets it over to Malik. He'll try to get it across midcourt, and a timeout called by Coach Rand Janes. It's a Riverstone Plumbing and Heating contract.
Well, Morgan's saying the clock's down to 25. It starts at 35.
The whistle blew at 26, though. You'll notice Rand was calling it 27-26.
I agree with that.
We'll take the timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
I'm Dr. Winters, a general dentist in Richfield. I invite you to take advantage of our 20 years of experience when it's time to get your wisdom teeth out.
We offer IV sedation so you can sleep through the procedure. We are right here in Richfield, so we are close by for all your pre- and post-operative needs. We strive to make the process comfortable, easy, and affordable. Visit wintersdental.com/wisdomteeth or call or text 435-896-6444.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Wildcats lead at 52-37. A good timeout there from Coach Rand Janes. A timeout brought to you by Riverstone Contractors. Barnett drops the defender, takes the three and hits. Boy, Miles Barnett has been en fuego from the three-point line tonight. He's hit a plethora of those, Rick Robinson.
Yeah, Turner went down and Barnett said, I'll shoot it.
Three-point shots up, no good. Barnett with a great rebound on the other end, trying to get Criddle off of him. And Barnett heads the other way.
Yeah, Barnett's really had a great game.
Miles with the left-hand dribble and a reach-in foul on Gavin Turner. That will result in 2 free throws for Miles Barnett at the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw line. Barnett is a terrific free throw shooter as well. Shoots it at 71%. And he has had the hot hand from 3 as our game is now into the afternoon portion of the day, and he hits the first.
Yeah, he's made 6 3-point shots in this game. And he had 18 points until he made that foul shot. Now he has 19.
One more here for Barnett. Miles' shots up and down. That makes it 57-37 with 6:56 to go. Ball goes over on the top of the key to Bailey. Eli crosses over, looks to attack, lowers the shoulder, turns, hooks, and misses. Rebound inside. They're going to call this on the Wildcats. It'll be on Griffin Wayman, and the 5th team foul for Richfield.
Yeah, Wayman trying to reach up there and get a rebound, and they caught him with a foul.
Aiden Harris to trigger on the baseline. Harris bounces to nobody. That will be out of bounds and go to...
And they actually can throw it in the backcourt and get it, but Morgan couldn't catch up with it.
Yeah.
So Richfield's got to go clear back underneath their basket.
No one touched it, yeah.
No one touched it, and that's where they'll bound it. And it'll give Morgan a chance to set up full court pressure.
57-37 with 6:45 to play. Ball goes into Griffin Wayman, gives it back right side to Yardley. And Yardley is reached and fouled by Matthews. Ellison Gage back to the Richfield Community Pharmacy free throw line.
And it's just full court pressure. Morgan trying to come up with ways to get back in this game, get some steals. Down by 20 right now.
Free throw from Yardley is down, and that makes it 58-37. We'll get Brower and Gavin Kirshner back in the game for the Wildcats. One more for Yardley. Sophomore shoots 75% at the line, and he connects. 59-37, 6:39 to go. The drive to the basket by Turner, no, but he is fouled, and Gavin is going to get a pair of free throws here on the other end.
Yeah, with those 2 foul shots, Yardley's in double figures. So Richfield with 3 different players in double figures now. They have Yardley.
Barnett has been in double figures for some time, along with Wayman. Free throw drops as Barnett and Wayman both going to check in, along with Court Moon.
And Bailey was 16.
One more here for Gavin Turner averages 5 points, 3 assists per game. Second free throw. It's good. Makes it 59-39 with 6:35 to go. Ball goes into Yardley. Yardley bounces, backcourt Wayman. Wayman with the left-hand dribble, sends it right side Yardley. 5 seconds for the Cats to get across here. Gets it to Wayman. Wayman gets across the timeline. Bounces to Moon. Court sends to the corner. Barnett takes in 10-foot baseline J and hits. Miles Barnett continues to have a nice night, that time inside the arc, and makes it 61-39. The drive from Johnson. Bank, score, and the foul. A blocking foul inside on Barnett. And that will send Cade Johnson to the free throw line. With 6 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. Johnson, a senior for the Morgan Trojans. Hits.
Nice 2-and-1 there for the Trojans.
Ball goes into Barnett. Miles skips cross court to Wayman. Griffin with the fake, gives right side to Gage Yardley. Yardley's going to send back left side Wayman. 19-point lead. Ball's turned over. Turner rather with it. Gavin the other way. Inside, sends it over right side. Harris with the left hand. We'll send it back up top of the key. Gavin Turner now right side Johnson. Cade with the left hand. Turns, sends back up top. AC for three. That's good. Colton AC hits the three, makes it 61-46.
That's a pretty shot. Just on the black line. So a long one, but not super long.
Ball gives to Moon. Court has it deflected by Johnson. Johnson saves it off Barnett into the front row. A big play from Cade Johnson. Timeout to Coach Rand James. It's a Riverstone Contractors timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, and KSL Sports.
Aaron Shepard with Shepard's Carpets and Flooring. We are a small family-owned business and take great pride in our work with every customer through our doors. Shepard's has been around for over 30 years. We offer everything from carpet, luxury vinyl, as well as sheet vinyl, hardwood, and laminate. Shepard's provides estimate, installation, and carpet binding. Make Shepard's your total flooring source. Come in and see us at 410 North Main in Richfield, Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Call us at 435-865-2025. That's 865-2025.
Edge Tire Pros in Nephi is the smart choice for a new set of tires for your pickup, work vehicle, or passenger car. The technicians at Edge Tire Pros provide trustworthy service on oil changes, brake work, and suspension accessories like lift kits, bed liners, and custom rims. Choose from a wide variety of tires including Cooper, BF Goodrich, and Michelin with a nationwide warranty on free flat tire repair, free rotation, and free road hazard. For a limited time, get the Edge Bronze oil change for just $19.99. Edge Tire Pros across the street from Parks Home Furnishings on Main Street in Nephi.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
61-45, our score. Richfield leads it by 16, and defensive Morgan stepping up a bit here late. Rick?
Yeah, and Richfield had that time a turnover caused by Morgan.
The drive by Turner, bounces inside to Criddle. Criddle turns, bounces to Johnson. Sends it out, three from AC again. That's off the front of the rim and then in. So the Trojans hit another three-pointer, and it's a 13-point game with 5 minutes to play. Barnett goes right side to Yardley. It's deflected out of bounds. It will stay Richfield basketball.
Yeah, they were down to 5 seconds still underneath the foul line, and they were going to have trouble making the 10-second count.
Ball comes into Barnett. Miles with the left-hand dribble gives right side Yardley. Yardley looks to cross over back to Barnett. Barnett skips it across to Spell. Hudson looks to attack. Gives back to Moon. Now up top Barnett, right side Yardley. Yardley with the basketball. Left-hand dribble, crosses back over. And we'll reset with 9 on the shot clock. Morgan's making it difficult for Richfield to get into their offensive sets. It's deflected out of bounds with 4 on the shot clock. Thought this was interesting. Morgan was pleading for a 10-second count. When the ball goes out of bounds like that, they don't realize it resets.
Yeah, it resets, and the fans were yelling on that. But and the shot clock is what they used to look.
Yeah. 3 from Wayman. No. Follows his own shot, but it comes in the hands of Cade Johnson. Morgan's gotten this down to 13. It's been a 20-point game for much of this entire game. The ball goes out. AC another three. He's got the hot hand. The sophomore drills another three, 51-61, timeout. A Riverstone Plumbing and Heating timeout on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live and KSL Sports.
Since 1947, Barney Trucking has built a reputation of unparalleled customer service and satisfaction in the trucking industry. Barney Trucking is now hiring drivers statewide, including Beaver, Millard, Sevier, San Pete, Juab, Carbon, Emery, Utah, and Salt Lake counties, as well as many other locations. The job includes a home daily schedule, excellent pay, benefits, training, retirement, a positive work environment, and requires a Class A CDL license with doubles endorsement. To apply, go to barneyjobs.com. That's barneyjobs.com.
Your connection for high school sports, Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
61-51 our score. Another timeout made possible this afternoon by Riverstone Contractors. Call Pete at Riverstone Plumbing and Heating at 896-6264. It'll be Wildcat basketball. Moon gets it into Barnett. Miles bounces right side. Skip pass from Yardley up high for Spell, who nearly comes down with it, is wrestled down, and a foul called inside on Josh Criddle. A big collision there.
Yeah, Spell went up with it, and Criddle saw an opportunity to tie him up.
So that'll be Hudson Spell going to the free throw line with 4 minutes and 3 seconds remaining. Hudson shoots 56% of the line. I think his form's a little bit better than that, as evidence there with the make.
Yeah, and sometimes the stats are a real good tell, sometimes because they haven't shot as much.
Spell's second drops. Hudson hits them both, and that makes it 63-51 with 4:03 to go. Malik Fountain back in, replacing Wayman. Well, the other way we go on the right side, it is Aiden Harris with it. Harris gives to Waite. Harris looks to cross over. Looks to drive it. Left hand fouled out front, and that'll be a 1-and-1 here for Aiden Harris with 3:53 to go in the ball game.
And Morgan's really come back with a lot of energy. They were down 22 points 3-4 minutes ago, and they've made a lot of three-point shots and got it down to as low as 10.
Harris hits the front end of the 1-and-1. They've got it back down to 12.
Which is where he
11.
can put it at if he makes this.
63-52 on our 180 Fitness scoreboard. One more free throw here for the Trojans. Only had 4 points after the first quarter. And now Moon will take it out. Moon gets it into Yardley. Up ahead, Court Moon skips to Hudson Spell. Spell bounce pass to Malik. Malik smartly sends it back out to Yardley. Great job breaking that press by the Wildcats.
Yeah, Fountain made a good decision there.
Yardley has it stripped. Aiden Harris has it going the other way. They can get it to single digits here. Harris crosses over, sends it over to Johnson. Cade Johnson coming off the screen. Picks up his dribble. Hand back to Harris. Three on the way. It's short. Rebound comes down into Malik Fountain.
Malik did a nice job of getting that rebound.
Yardley crosses the timeline with 3:15 to go in the ball game, and a 10-point lead for the Cats. Reach and foul inside on Harris, and that will be 2 free throws coming up.
And Morgan being very aggressive as they needed to, and it's helped bring it back. Sometimes when you press, you don't worry about scoring in that.
Free throws here for Yardley, and he connects. 64-53, 3:10 left in this one. Gavin Turner back in, replacing Harris. I'm a little surprised Coach Matthews pulled out Colton Acey. He was the one with the hot hand and a lane violation on the Wildcats, so that will not count. Goes the other way.
Both foul shots good there. And the Cats have been pretty solid so far at the foul line here in the fourth quarter.
The drive from Turner has nowhere to go with it. Into Criddle. Bounce past Bailey. Bailey lowers the shoulder. Offensive foul. A great play inside from Court Moon, and that will go the other way.
It's a non-player control, so Richfield doesn't shoot foul shots. They just get the basketball.
Coach Matthews upset about that. I mean, you can't lower the shoulder like that if you're Eli Bailey. Ball goes on the left side. The penetration goes to the corner to Malik Fountain. Now back up top It's in the hands of Yardley. He'll drive it, poked out from behind by Eli Bailey. Turner leads the break now.
Boy, Bailey's had a great game.
And he's going to shoot the three here. No, rebound inside. Put back is up, good, and the foul. A big play, Joe Waite. And it's a 9-point game. Joe's going to have a chance to make it an 8-point game at the free throw line. Great rebound. First personal on Malik. And Joe Waite, 6 points per game for the senior. Shot is up and down. 64-56 our score with 2:36 to go. Harris returns for Johnson. And again, I'm just very confused as to why Colton Acey is still on the bench. Ball goes up top, Moon. Moon tries to get across. They're wanting a backcourt violation, but you got to have all parts across.
There's 3 points.
Moon gives to Spell in the corner. The job up top to Moon. Now left side Barnett. Miles jab step, gives back to Moon. 14 on the shot clock, 2:14 on the game clock. Court Moon drives, sends it out. Fountain thought about the three, gives to Yardley. Yardley crosses over with 7 on the shot clock. Gets to the rim, floater. Off the rim, no. Tipped by Malik Fountain. Wow, what a play from Malik.
He had some big rebounds yesterday and comes up with another big one today.
In the hands of Court Moon, Wildcats content to run a little bit of time here. Lead by 8 with under 2 to go. Crossover out front. Moon sends to the corner. Yardley thought about the three, takes a baseline, sends it back out to Moon. Skip to a wide open Miles Barnett. He'll send to the corner to Fountain. 10 on the shot clock. Moon up top. Guarded by Bailey. Jab steps. Looks to attack. Crosses over. Is fouled, and Court Moon will shoot 2 free throws. A really tough foul. If you're Morgan, you defended pretty well there for about 30 seconds, and now Court Moon will end up at the free throw line.
Did kind of an underneath move, and the arm came back.
And he will shoot 2. Moon at 69% on the season, misses the first of 2.
You know, you don't expect to make 100% of them, even at all levels, but you want to make a good percentage. And timing of when you make and miss foul shots become big.
We talked about that all weekend. He misses both. Rebound fought for on the floor. A foul. Well, they're going to call this on Richfield. It's going the other way. That's a 2-shot foul now for Morgan with the clock stopped.
Yeah, that will give Morgan a chance to get within 6 with 1:29 to go.
Oh, wow. Huh. Fountain's the one who ended up on the floor. He gets called for the foul, and now Eli Bailey will shoot 2. Bailey's been terrific all night long, or all morning into the afternoon long as he hits.
He's really had a great game. Fun to watch him play.
Criddle will say Aiden Harris is back in. One more shot here for Bailey, make it a 6-point game with 1:29 to go. We've seen some crazy comebacks in this tournament. Specifically, you mentioned Juab last night, about the Canyon View girls yesterday morning. With the rally, Moon fouled out front by Turner, and it will be Court Moon shooting 2 with 1:26 to play.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy call. Again, if Richfield makes their foul shots, they don't have to make 100% of them, but you got to make a good percentage. I like Court going to the foul line.
Got a chance to redeem himself here as he'll get 2 shots. First one's up and no good. 64-58, 1:26 to play. One more here for Court Moon. The junior, who does a little bit of everything, hits the second. 65-58, 1:26 to play. Turner with the basketball up top. Looks to attack off the dribble to Barnett. Sends it back up to Johnson. Deep 3 from Cade Johnson is way long. And that will be Richfield Wildcat basketball with 1:14 to go. Now, good substitution here to get Griffin Wayman in, one of your better free throw shooters.
Yeah, and that shot, it looked like it had the arch, but it was way off on the right side. So no one had a chance to rebound it for Morgan.
Fountain with the basketball. Malik trying to get it in. Gives to Wayman. Yardley rather. Now back to Fountain. Finds Barnett. Miles left all alone and will dribble it back out. Richfield wants to use some clock here. They give left side. in the hands of Yardley. He attacks, shoots, banks, and scores. Great take from Gage Yardley to finish. Wildcats by 9 with under a minute to play. Really need a big shot here if you're Morgan. Waits, no, rebound Yardley.
Richfield's in pretty good shape at this point.
Turner will foul. And, the Wildcats, barring something very unexpected, are going to finish in fifth place, yeah.
And their season, they'll end up 18-6.
First shot is up and no good from Yardley.
And Morgan, they were coming in. They'll end up 17-8. But game's not over. Strange things happen.
We've had some crazy finishes down here in Cedar City. One more free throw. That's up and down. 68-58, 42.9 to play. Turner with the basketball. Tries to give it to Harris. It's deflected. Turner goes into Bailey. Eli drives, turns, shoots, and scores. Gets it to fall. Shot clock is off. 68-60. Yardley skips it over to Brower. Gage with the basketball. Skips it. Now back left side. And Turner will foul with 18 seconds.
Yeah, and if they were going to foul, they probably need to foul a little sooner than that.
I'd agree with you.
Because with 18 seconds and an 8-point lead, and I think Morgan's now going to do a full substitution here.
Yeah. Free throws coming for Yardley, and free throws have not been kind down the stretch here.
No, Richfield did a good job in the third quarter and through much of the first half. But here in the fourth quarter, when the game's been on the line, they have not shot a high percentage.
And these seniors checking out for their final time for the Morgan Trojans get an appropriate hand here. And they will finish in the 6th place spot as the free throw drops there. 70-60 are scored.
Out of 19 teams in 3A basketball.
Ball up top. 3-point shot is short. And that will do it. With 9 seconds to go, 69-60 is our score,
Malik just let it go out of bounds. He was just wise on that.
Ball comes into Brower, and he doesn't even need to cross half court if he does not want to. Richfield will get the 5th place finish for a team that's going to bring back the majority of their squad next season. Richfield 69, Morgan 60.
One senior on this team, and it's loaded with sophomores and juniors.
We'll take a quick break and be back. We'll have our Sunrise Engineering postgame show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live with KSL Sports.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Mountain Land Supply of Richfield is the central Utah leader in plumbing, waterworks, turf, and ag irrigation. Mountain Land Supply features an entire line of Rainbird sprinklers and systems for your yard or commercial property and backs it up with an extremely knowledgeable staff that cares about the local community because they live here. Visit them at 2104 South Red Hills Drive in Richfield or call for a showroom appointment 435-896-9606. Mountain Land Supply is proud to sponsor high school sports and wishes the teams, coaches, and players success.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
And we welcome you into our Sunrise Engineering post-game show, serving communities like yours all over the western United States. That's Sunrise Engineering at sunrise-eng.com. A good win for the Wildcats here, Rick, to close out the season. A young team. Good to get. I think this was a very valuable experience moving forward for this young crew.
Yeah, they're a little like me, bemoaning the loss they had on Thursday, a game that they could have won. Give credit to Juab, they won. But it's nonetheless, in the worst way, I really would like to see Brad James and his team. He'll take no credit. He'll say his team did it. But Coach James I want to just say how much of a great job he did.
He's terrific. We love Rand.
I'd like him to get a championship. He's been flip-flop back and forth from a 2A, 3A, where he had to go through Dixie and Logan's. And so some years he's had teams that maybe could have won it. Nonetheless, he's played for several championships. And this wasn't the year for Richfield, but they did have a terrific year.
Well, here's some numbers you're going to like if you're the Wildcats. 63% from the floor, 52% from three for the game. You're going to win a lot of basketball games doing that. Just 58% at the free throw line, though. That's a number. Yeah, that's something they'll work on in the summer, right? Shooting those free throws, getting in the gym.
And if there's one weakness on this team, I thought to start the year they were two things that they did, and they really shored up their offense and had fewer turnovers. I thought turnovers early in the year, they got so they didn't have turnovers, but their foul shooting at times here in the tournament, it wasn't bad, but shoring that up a little bit will help them.
Absolutely. Wildcats win at 69-60, your final score. Let's go over leading scores for the Trojans. Eli Bailey was great. 20 points, 4 rebounds for Eli, 6 points for Derek Tilby, 13 from Aiden Harris. Aiden was very, very good tonight as well. Colton Acey with 3 points. He had 7 from Joe Waite off the bench, and then I love this number, 5 assists off the bench for Kay Johnson, the senior, coming in, making a difference with that extra pass.
Yes, and I thought that it was the bench of Morgan that got them going.
Absolutely. For the Wildcats, Miles Barnett, 22 points, 7 rebounds, including 6 made threes. Gage Yardley goes 8 of 10 at the free throw line. He finishes with 16 points and 5 rebounds. 3 assists for Court Moon, along with 3 assists for Malik Fountain to lead the Wildcats in assists today. 5 points from Gage Brower, 15 from Griffin Wayman off the bench. Great all-around performance from Coach James's crew.
Yeah, all the players, I think they had 11 different players, and I could say enough good about all 11 of them. I thought they all played solid minutes and worked hard. Sometimes you watch a game and you say, oh, that kid's maybe struggling a little bit. I never felt that way with any player that got on the court today.
Time to give away our Pizza Hut Player of the Game. Check out tasty pizza specials at your hometown Richfield Pizza Hut. Big dinner box will feed your family with 2 one-topping pizzas and 2 sides for $25.99. You know who we're going with today, Rick Robinson?
Yeah, I think I can guess who you're going to go with.
I'm going to surprise you here.
Okay.
I think Gage Yardley was your player of the game for how he closed the game out, right? Richfield or Morgan kind of made a run late. Miles Barnett was great all night. Griffin Wayman was great all night, but Gage was so good.
We gave it to Gage yesterday.
I thought we gave it to – oh, no, I'm thinking we gave it to Miles on Thursday.
Yeah. I'll tell you who I'd give it to. Who are you going to go?
I'm going to stick with Gage. Who would you have given it to?
Well, I probably would give it to Miles today, but I maybe would go with the senior for the way he handled everything all year long, and he played his role. That's who I would go with.
We're going to do that. Gage Brower hit a big 3, hit a big 2-point shot late in the game. Also had 2 assists. Gage Brower, in his final game as a Wildcat, your Pizza Hut Player of the Game.
And certainly you could pick a number of players, but Gage Brower, terrific season. You added to this Richfield team.
We love Gage and wish him the best moving forward in his young life as it just continues to get started as you move on from high school. Time for our White Sanitation and On-the-Go Services sub of the game. Contractors and outdoor event planners can find sanitary portable restrooms for any situation and garbage and dumpster services for any application. I feel like we got to go with Griffin Wayman again today. I know we got it yesterday, but he came in just stroking it, not just from 3, but from that 14, 15-foot range. He was great.
What was his shooting percentage? He was like 7 for 7 to start the game.
He was 4 for 4 at halftime. Has finished the game 6 out of 8.
Okay,
and was still very high. Still a very good shooting percentage. Griffin goes back-to-back on that. Apex Foot and Ankle Institute key play of the game. I'm going to say Court Moon drawing a charge was significant at a time, when Morgan started to get a little momentum going. Court did a terrific job getting some of that momentum back. And Court didn't have a high-scoring game or a high-rebounding game today, but I thought he played great defense.
Yeah, and a lot of times Court does so many good things that you overlook him. Him and Yardley do that quite often, and I would say that was a key play. I agree with you. court deserves all the praise you can give him.
Well, that's going to wrap up this broadcast. Wildcats win at 69-60. Greg, I'm getting you mixed up with all of our guys here. We've all blended together at this point. Let's be honest.
I agree.
We've all spent 3 days together. Everyone is everyone. We got one more game, you and I, Rick, to do. The Richfield girls coming up. What do you like about their matchup with Carbon?
Well, they split on the season, but I can't lie to you. I'm going with the Cats. And we had a vote in the
we did
on the best uniform. And the Lady Cats got the best uniform.
I think they have been. It just looks so clean, so good, and we'll get to see it one more time this afternoon. Your final score: Richfield 69, Morgan 60 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, live and in KSL Sports. Back with the third, fourth place girls game next. It's Richfield and Carbon coming up.
For more than 40 years, Jones and DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in